The more we get together, 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 the more we get together, the happier we'll be. 'Cause your friends are my friends and my friends are your friends. The more we get together, the happier we'll be. The more we get together, 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 the more we get together, the happier we'll be. There's Amira and London and Amia and Adlin, and I need to change it to Ellie. And Leilani and Leo and Natalia and Marshawn and Maddox and Carter and Melanie and Zariah and Royalty and Frederick and Bernadette and Nara and Vernon. We need to change it to Junior. And Cyrus and Deviani and Kylan and Anton. The more we get together, the happier we'll be. Good job. The happier we'll be. I have a poem about a different kind of bee today. Do you know what kind of bee I'm thinking? Yeah, I'm thinking of the kind of bee that goes buzz and flies along. We're going to need our fingers to say our poem today, so get your fingers ready for me. And we're going to start them all curled up like this. Okay, can you curl up your fingers like this? All right, ready? Here is the beehive, but where are the bees? They're hidden away where nobody sees. When we're standing still, they'll exit the hive. Watch and you'll see. Can you count with me? Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Buzz. Did you make your hand into bees with me? Good job. Just like musical instruments can make different sounds, our voice can make different sounds. So we're going to say that rhyme again. And this time, we're going to see if we can make our voices sound really low. Can you make your voice really low to be our bee sound? Ready? Here is the beehive, but where are the bees? They're hidden away where nobody sees. When we're standing still, they'll exit the hive. Watch and you'll see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bzzz. Did that sound funny for my voice to be so low? That's a low sound. We're going to try a high sound. We'll do it one more time. Can you make your voice really high? Bees are really little, so I bet they have really high voices. Ready? Make your beehive. Here is the beehive, but where are the bees? They're hidden away where nobody sees. When we're standing still, they'll exit the hive. Watch and you'll see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bzzz. Good job. Did you make your voice silly with me today? That's kind of fun to make your voice silly. I like to make my voice kind of silly when I'm reading a book. I like to change my voice and sometimes make the people in the book sound low and sometimes make the people in the book sound high. Yeah, that helps me know who's who in the book. All right, last week we talked about the kind of instruments that you can make noise with by tapping on them. What was that family of instruments called? It had a super big name. Percussion. Good job. Well, today we're going to learn about a new type of instruments, a family of instruments called the string instruments. Can you say that with me? String. Good job. And the string instruments make a noise by either having a bow, so it's like a big, long tool that they use to go across the strings and it makes a noise, or sometimes they just make noises by plucking them with their fingers. Okay, so we're going to look at a couple different string instruments. See if you know what some of these are. I'm going to show you 3 string instruments. What is this instrument? That's right, it's a guitar. Look at this one. What could this one be? It's a violin. This one is a really big string instrument. Do you know what it's called? It's a cello. Good job. Did you get those string instruments right? Yeah, there's lots of other ones, and Mrs. Hall's actually going to put a video up today that you can watch after this one where you can learn about some more string instruments. Okay, but next I want to show you how you could make a string instrument at home. So I have only 2 different tools, okay, to make my instrument. I have a plastic container. This is just like what I put my leftovers in, just a plastic container. You could use an empty tissue box or an empty shoe box. And then I have some rubber bands. And I'm going to make a string instrument to make some noise today. So all I'm going to do is I'm taking my rubber band and I'm going to stretch it over my container. Some of my friends made this for the day that they had to make their own instrument. I saw some friends who made a string instrument. Now I've got, oh, that one didn't want to stay on. Let's try it again. If it doesn't work, do I throw a fit? No, I just try again. Oh, it still doesn't want to work. That one must be too small, and I don't know where it went. So we'll just do it with these green ones. That red one doesn't want to work. All right, so I've just got 2 strings. No fit. That's okay that the other one went away. All right, now I want you to listen and hear how my string instrument sounds. Do you hear that noise when I'm playing it? Yeah, I could make a song with that, couldn't I? We're actually going to sing a song, and this is kind of a fun game for the car. It's a very silly song. It sounds like Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, but I want you to listen to the silly nonsense words that Mrs. Hall sings with my silly song. Are you ready? All right. Dinky, dinky, dinky doo, willy, willy, willy woo. Dinky, dinky, dinky doo, willy, willy, willy woo. Dinky, dinky, dinky doo, willy, willy, willy woo. That was silly, wasn't it? You could play that game when you're bored at the grocery store, or when you're having to wait for something to happen and you're kind of bored. You could make up your own silly song like that. And moms and dads and grown-ups at the house, why would I want to sing a silly song like that? Listen to the sounds you hear in dinky, dinky, dinky doo. All of those started with the d sound. And when I sang willy, willy, willy woo, all of those started with the w sound. So that is good practice for my friends at home to practice with letter sounds. You could do the same sound as your name. So my name is Sarah, so maybe I'd do Sinky, Sinky, Sinky Sue. And maybe I want to do somebody else in my family's name. So I might do an M for Matt, and I might do Minky, Minky, Minky Moo. So play with the sounds in your name or play with the sounds that are in somebody else's name and see if you can practice your letter sounds by just being silly. It's fun to practice things with silliness. All right, last thing I want to show you today before I say goodbye is we read Chrysanthemum last week, and your homework today is to read a book with somebody. But when you're reading that book today, I want you and your grown-up to practice talking about the parts of a book, okay? So what is the very front of my book called? What's that very front with the picture on it called? The cover. Good job. This is the cover of my book. Okay. What's the title of this book? Do you remember? What's this book called? If you wanted to say, Mrs. Hall, I want that book, what would you say? What's this book called? Chrysanthemum is the title of my book. This book is called Chrysanthemum. Good job. And I have lots of other questions for you and your grown-up to talk about today while you're reading. Like, find me a word on this page. So then you have to point to a word. And find me a picture on this page. I can point to a picture. Okay, I want you and your grown-up today to read together and explore the parts of a book. And then I want you to send me a picture of what book you read, or you can tell me the title of the book you read if you just want to type it in the chat. All right, boys and girls, have a super day today learning at home. I don't know if we'll have snow tomorrow. We'll have to see. Bye, everybody.